Guys, from time to time, I speak about gatekeeping Afrobeat, and a lot of people agreed with me on this. And right now, a lot of people are still speaking about how to gatekeep Afrobeat. I keep on saying that we need to build adequate infrastructure to sit Afrobeat on top it, and we still need to, kind of bring forth some policies and then legal framework to protect copyrights and rights on Afrobeat. That is something I believe about that. But recently, a person of H Money actually spoke about Afrobeating, and this guy is one of the biggest producer in the world and a Billboard charting producer. That is something I got to understand about him. He said a lot of things at a recent interview, and a lot of people are really responding to this on this particular story. What are your own takes about this story? But before we dive into the story proper, I want you guys to consider subscribing by hitting the subscribe button below and the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time we upload our videos. Before I dive into all of that, let me give you a quick recap. Wizkid remains the most decorated Nigerian artist, and a lot of people are not disputing that based on the statistics we have or the facts and figures we have online. I think we have to really understand that Wizkid has actually made deep impact in Afrobeat, and this guy is still making it with his old sound that is made in Lagos album is getting a lot of attention across the globe. But a person of Rema is forcing himself on us, claiming that he is a big four, and a lot of people are really disagreeing with Rema on this. Claiming to be a big four, you have to go out there and prove it over and over again. Remember that Rema recently dropped an album called His, and a lot of people expected that album to do well, better than what it's doing right now, because the likes of Asake also dropped an album that is getting a lot of global attention at a time like this. That is something we need to understand. But some people are trying to compare, Rema to Asake. What is your own comparison like? I want you to put in the comment section on your comparison between Asake and Rema. Don't fail to put a kind of constructive criticism on that. You don't have to insult anybody. Let's talk about the recent promotion of Asake's sound. Cristiano Ronaldo, trying to promote his new YouTube channel, decided to do that with a recent video having the sounds of Asake's active on it. And a lot of people are saying that Asake has actually gotten the attention of superstars right now. Asake's sounds, they are on Afro Billboard US, and these sounds are really knocking off the likes of Burna Boy and a lot of others from that particular chart. That is something I got to understand from the big story that is trending out on social media. Davido has promised to drop a new song, and according to him, he said a bang is on its way right now, or a banger is on its way right now, or a big tune is on the way. I think a lot of people will be expecting something quite energetic from Davido right now, because Davido happens to be one of the biggest energetic artists in Nigeria based on his sound system and based on how he writes his lyrics. That is something I got to understand about this whole thing. Do you think the likes of Davido, the likes of Burna Boy, the likes of Wizkid, Irasta, Thames will be getting nominations at the Grammys? Don't fail to put your own opinion in the comment section, what you feel about that. Ghanaians always love claiming Nigerians. That is something I got to understand. From the recent conversation a person of Kamido actually had, he said yes, he loves it when people think he's a Nigerian. That is something you got to understand about that. But I think most of the things they say about Nigerians are always born out of jealousy and out of respect they have for us. That is what I still feel about all of this. I think we need to catch a glimpse of it.
A lot of people thought you were Nigerian.
Yeah.
Even me, I thought when you first came,
How
you
did
were
that
Nigerian.
make you feel?
I like it.
Really?
I mean, because when I began just wanting to be a global,
Icon?
icon, and for some reason it's happening. Someone thinks I'm from this country, someone thinks I'm from this. I'm like, that is it. Do you understand? That is it.
That's the goal.
Yes. So now, when you go to Kenya, you have to feel like, oh, this is one of us. When you go to Lagos, this is one of us. When you go to London, this is one of us. I'm fucking on the path of becoming a global icon.
Period.
And that's just
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Nigerians like claiming you and Amari a lot. But never. You are ours.
Me and Amari.
Yes, like
What do you feel about this? Put your own opinion in the comment section. But based on what I believe, Ghanaians are really in love with Nigeria and they really want to have the place of Nigeria if given the opportunity. But forget about all of this they are saying on social media, trying to exchange banters with Nigerians and the rest. They know that Nigerians are good at what they want. When they want something, they go for it. They deploy everything, all their wisdom in trying to attain that. That is something Camido has actually expressed in a recent conversation. Yes, let's talk about gatekeeping Afrobeat. I keep saying this from time to time, and a lot of people get to understand me from that point of view. Recently, a person of H Money has come out to speak about this. He said the longevity of Afrobeat will actually be when it stays in Nigeria. That is something he actually said at a recent interview and talked about building adequate infrastructure to support Afrobeat and saying that most people they just want to exploit Afrobeat and then discard Afrobeat just like what they did to reggae and other Jamaican sounds and the rest. But do you think Afrobeat is really as the same as reggae? Because I believe that Afrobeat is more vast compared to other sounds from other genres, and that is giving really big attention to Afrobeat and giving big propelling to Afrobeat. That is something I got to understand, and he spoke this at a recent interview. I think we need to catch a glimpse.
As corporate knows, you know what I mean? Because they're gonna milk it until they can,
True.
and they're gonna move on like they did reggae music and bashment music and other music, and then when it's done, then they move on, And I think Latin Americans have figured it out because they kept a lot of things of their own.
Yes, they did.
Grammys have the Latin American Grammys. They just had so much.
They have their numbers. They have their local numbers.
Listen, they don't need us, bruh.
True.
They don't need culture.
Yes.
So culture is going to them. They don't need America. Yeah. America's going to them.
Yeah, because America can benefit.
4 or 5 more billionaires. So the mindset's changed. So it starts with us implementing, putting infrastructure, putting these offices in the place, giving the people who are helping Don Jazzy, Chocolate City, Alameda, YBNL, like all these places, the ability to expand and grow and supporting it, getting behind it. And making sure they're brands, because they're brands. Def Jam was a brand. It wasn't, Rockefeller was a brand. Rough Ride.
What are your own takes about this? Don't forget to put your own opinion in the comment section, what you feel about this story. But before I jump off, I want to say thank you guys for watching our videos and thank you for the love so far. If you are new here, you can click the subscribe button below and the bell notification